I think what lost me this game was my over-reliance on pillage. Pillage is good, but it is a one-shot. Opening with a pillage can give me a large spoils boost, which can be really good to get me into 2 5-coin turns. Every time I pillage, I get a good effect. Once. If I buy a bandit camp, like my foe did, I get half the spoils, but I don't lose them. If I buy a pillage, use it, buy more pillages, use them, and use the spoils to buy some provinces, I have an awful province deck that can't do anything. If I spam bandit camp, I can keep resupplying my spoils and keep my deck functioning. I could have resupplied with Grave Robber, but I didn't. Whoops. In addition, I made a game-losing mistake near the end that was nicely pointed out by a certain forum member. Today we've got a very special edition of episode. It's 4 players. I'm aware this is base. Well, actually, wait, no, it's not base. It's Ranger and City. What am I saying? But I'm aware this is mostly base cards, probably because someone else has their familiar card set to mostly base cards and only let you have 2 non-base. But in my opinion, this game is going to be pretty epic regardless. Now, I should probably go fast, because they all want to go fast, too. Now, I see Ranger, Smithy, and Moneylender. Moneylender's a Trasher, and as you know, trashing trumps all. I'm going to take a Moneylender. Oh, crap, there's Chapel! Oh, I shouldn't have rushed. Chapel's a much better Trasher than Moneylender, so opening with a Chapel on this turn and then buying a good 4-coin, like a... I guess maybe not a Smithy. I guess Ranger could have been good with Chapel, because it doesn't draw in the first turn. And so, it could just get me prepped for Rangering even better. But I should have Chapeled. At this point, Chapel could be a little redundant, but with the coin I get from Moneylender, I could get up to Festival, then start Chapeling, so I still think Moneylender Chapel is going to work. Chapel is just that good that even if I already buy a Trasher, it's still going to work. So, I'll be opening Moneylender Chapel. Not optimal, I would have rather done Chapel than something else, but what can you do? Alright, I didn't get my Chapel with 2 estates, or even 3, but 1 is way better than none. I mean, imagine if I just got Chapel and 4 coppers here. My poor Moneylender would probably just... he couldn't miss a copper, it wouldn't be possible, but he'd just have Moneylender, copper, estate. Then with the 3 coin, I'd probably have to buy a silver. Alright, now I do see Workshop and Gardens. I am not very worried about that, to be honest. I know it crushed me in my first episode ever, but my first episode ever, I did not have Chapel. So, it's probably going to be better this time, even if someone else goes for Workshop Gardens. I'm gonna... Ooh, I got a 5-coin turn. Now, should I get a Festival or a Lab? Now, Festival gives a ton of coin, which is very useful, especially when I'm trashing down all my bad cards. But Lab can get me to my Chapel Moneylender faster. I'm gonna go with Festival. I think I'm gonna do a Festival Ranger Smithy engine. Smithy to always be able to draw, and Ranger to get the less consistent draw, but actually I don't need the +5 Ranger, so perhaps just raw Festival Smithy Lab would be smarter. Alright, I shall Moneylender this copper. Then with my 5 coin, I think money is really important, especially when you're trashing down a lot. So I'm going to go with the Festival, then buy Labs later. Alright, now that I've already got a Festival, I'm thinking it's time to get some Labs. I've already got a Moneylender. Oh, yep, we got some people talking. Perhaps I should tell them to say hi, YouTube. Isn't that like a meme? I wouldn't know anything about it. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. So on my next 5-coin turn, probably don't want to mark it. I do know that it gives money and a card, but Lab gives 2 cards. The Festival gives 2 coin, both of which probably beat a card and a coin. And plus actions are pretty much irrelevant. I've not gotten any terminal collisions. Oh look, I've got these 3 players are very excited. All right, let me open a new tab here. So after I take my next turn, I'm gonna cut out the video. Perhaps some sort of Dominion related joke, and then I'm gonna tell them my channel. So I'm gonna go for Laboratory now that I've got some money in my deck with Festival. First I'll Moneylender. I'll trash that copper. I'll take a Lab. Alright, I'm cutting this out from here on. Sorry about that. I'll tell you some sort of funny joke during this part at least. Let's see. Dominion with the Tactician. That's me. Woohoo! Hooray for me! Alright. So here's my channel. I'll be sending that to them. And I'll tell them my first episode. I shall be copying this link address, and I shall tell them. Alright, I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of funny commentary during this intervening moment. Oh, my moneylender and copper didn't collide. But I only have 3 copper left, so it's not like that was particularly unlikely. But because I got that festival instead of 2 labs, I'll have just enough money left in my deck to be able to get perhaps a gold. And then I'll have lots of money, lots of labs, festivals, and perhaps a smithy if I have to. And then I'll just be set. Now, I see a lot of my foes are buying Ranger. I like Ranger. I think Ranger is great. But with Chapel in the game, I want to be able to a lot more consistently play all my actions. Playing Ranger twice is going to get you 5 coin. I mean, not 5 coin, 5 cards. Whereas playing Smithy twice is going to get you 6. And I feel like playing Smithy twice is going to be a lot more likely on this set because of Chapel. So I feel like Ranger's not going to be as good. Alright, I could Chapel the copper, or I could just buy gold. I could Chapel the copper and get a festival, or I could buy gold. I should probably just buy gold just once. After that, I can totally trash everything. Man, 4 players. This is hype, and everyone's playing really fast. There's no like long pauses. The only thing I don't like is the mainly baseness of this set. This episode probably won't be as good for you guys because of all the cutting out and all the times of me stopping to type. So I'm going to make up for that with with lots of funny cuts, at least like 3. I hope that'll, well, maybe not 3, more like 2, 3. I don't know. I'll put in lots of work in this episode to make it still watchable, even though there's all this interruptions. Hopefully the 4 players hype will make it good too. So I see my foe, well, one of them, I mean, there's 3. There's 3 foes. One of my foes has workshopped. And Workshop is awesome when your guard is rushing, which killed me. But again, I really think that with my Chapel, I'm going to have such a dominant deck, I'll be able to totally murder Garden's Rush, and nobody else is going for Chapel. Well, no one else has Chapel in any estates at any rate. So I feel like I'm going to be better off here. Alright, and now I've got 8 coin. Now I need more coin in my deck, so I'm absolutely going to get a... let's see, festival, and now I've got a 3 coin. A silver would actually be junk at the moment, so I am not going to have a silver. The only payload I can possibly stand is a gold, maybe 2. Because festival gives a bunch of plus buy, next turn I should be able to afford maybe another festival or 2, and then I'll be able to start getting some smithies. Then I'll have festival, smithy, and that's all the coin I need, all the plus cards I need, a gold or 2, and I'll just be set to... Since this is a 4-player game, you need to green faster. There's less provinces in a 4-player game per player. In a 3-player game, there is 4 provinces per player. In a 4-player game, there's only 3 provinces per player. So if you can just get 4 provinces, you'll probably have the lead unless someone else played as dominant a strategy as yours. Quick note, I'm going to Chapel the moneylender. I don't need it anymore because I don't have any more coppers to trash. Then with 7 coin, alright, I can... Probably don't want to eat another gold, but I do have 2 festivals. Fortunately, I can't get a festival and something else, so I'm just going to get a festival. That'll put me in a 9 coin next turn, then I'll be able to get a gold and a smithy, and then my deck will just explode with awesomeness. I'll be able to draw through any provinces I take. I'll have 2 golds and 3 festivals, a lab for consistency. The smithy's probably going to collide the festivals, seeing as I have so many of them. This is going to dominate. My foes still have to deal with almost all their coppers and estates. I am crushing it, I think. Of course, last time I thought I was crushing it. That was first game, and it didn't go well. It was also a game with Gardens. Again, I'm sorry to restate the point. This is like the 3rd time I've said it, but because Chapel, Gardens will not be as good. I think I made that clear. Because Chapel, Gardens will not be as good. Because Chapel, Gardens will not be as good. So my foes are mostly buying silvers and lab. Well, the lab is good, but they're also getting silvers. Not very many awesome cards like I'm doing. So I feel like I'm going to have an advantage. By awesome cards, I mean like Chapel. So at this point, I can actually eat a gold because my deck is so thinned. I've got so many actions. I can have a workshop, use it to gain some smithies, and then trash it. Workshop, because I've got so many actions for Festival and no smithies to play them with, is actually going to be a slight benefit. Then as soon as it's outlived its usefulness, I will get rid of it with Chapel. And of course I'll have like a smithy or 2 from it. So that since I'll already be buying smithies, it'll be like getting 4 coin and a buy, which is very useful in right now when I need to get my deck up and running as fast as I can. Those festivals plus smithies, be able to draw through the junk provinces I'm about to eat. As soon as I get those smithies, I'm going to start greening. I've got 2 golds, I'm ready to go. Let's do this. I'm super hyped. I think I'm going to do great. Perhaps it's the fact that my foes have more turns that makes it harder for me to commentate in a 4-player game. Maybe that stress will actually make you guys enjoy it more. If so, let me know. Alright, so my yellow text foe just bought a gold, which is good. I see their cities. The city is basically a lab unless not lab. The city is basically a village unless the piles run out. So I'd say Festival's infinitely superior until a pile runs out. Once a pile runs out, city's like Lost City, which is admittedly really good, but I still think Festival will be able to at least compete, especially with all the early benefit I'll be getting out of it. Oh, I didn't draw the last card. Crap, I forgot what that was. I think it was a Festival. Alright, I'll workshop up a smithy so I don't not draw again. And then with this money, I'll be taking... I really need to start greening, but I'd like to make my deck just the slightest bit more consistent before I do. So I'm going to take 2 labs, and then my deck is going to be impervious to pretty much any number of provinces. Once as soon as I got a smithy, 2 labs, and all the actions in the world to play them. So I'll workshop another smithy, then I can just start buying provinces. Let's do this. My foes are still playing coppers and buying silvers. I'm far outstripping them, which is very good in my humble opinion. Very humble opinion, very humble. And I ran out of stuff to say, didn't I? Alright, I can talk about the individual cards in this board. So, one of my foes is also Festival workshopping. He's going to workshop up a silver. He's going to do 2 silvers and a copper. And then he's got 6 coin. That's nice. I'm just narrating what's happening. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fall into that. But, oh no, I need more draw cards. Dang it. Alright, well I'm going to fix that by workshopping up another smithy. And now I am ready to green. Province purchase. And that will end my buys. Here we go, that's more like it. I've got double lab, festival, smithy. I'm going to have all the coin, I'm going to have all the... I think I'm going to use that workshop one more time, then I'm going to ditch it with chapel. At that point I'll actually need the actions for the smithies. I'll probably be workshopping another smithy. What is it with my foes and rangers? Ranger is good, but it's good in junky decks where you usually only be able to play 1. Because if you play 2, you may as well have got 2 smithies, unless you need the buys. But Festival's on the board, you don't need the buys. Festival's got actions and buys. Even if Palm was on the board, that would cancel out the buys. So I don't get the Ranger love of this game. Alright, I shall draw my deck easily, which is fun. Very fun. Then I will workshop up another smithy. That's probably the last one I'm going to need. At this point, I'm just going to after that, I'll just chapel it. Then with my 12 coin, maybe I should get a gold. If I do, then I'll be able to get up to 15 coin, and then start... Actually, no, that won't be a province, will it? I could get 2 festivals. That would get me up to 16 coin for double province turns. And I workshopped another smithy, so I can still get through all those stop cards. You know what? That's what I'm going to do. I think it's going to make the game end that much faster. So I will get 2 festivals. And I workshopped a smithy again, so I'm still going to have draw to get through all these cards. Festival's biggest weakness is its lack of draw. Festival does not draw cards. For any of you that still have not seen Festival for some reason, here you go. Festival doesn't draw cards, so you can have like a ton of festivals, and then all their actions are wasted if you don't draw any draw cards. That's why I got that single workshop to workshop up a couple smithies that I just couldn't afford because I didn't have enough money in my deck. So I was able to workshop up some smithies, buy up the festivals and labs, and now my deck is absolutely invincible. It's greening time. I'm gonna green. Alright, there it is. There's the workshop gardens I was so worried about. But I see his gardens are only worth like... Oh, gardens and province in 1 turn. I have never seen that before. Never seen gardens and province in 1 turn. Here, I'll tell him. I have never seen gardens and province purchased on 1 turn. Yeah, because in my opinion, that's amazing. Come on, Smithy. Boom, there's the Smithy. I'll take that. Hooray. Then I'll lab. See all that consistency? All that definitely drawing of the deck? It's very nice. Then I'll festival. Then I will... I think the workshop has outlived its usefulness. It's dead now. And here I am with the double province purchase, as I had predicted. Alright, my foe is... He's taking the bull strategy. Woohoo! I'm getting some recognition. Here, I'll tell him that I laughed, because I did laugh. I hope they like the episode when they see it. I'll tell them they're gonna be episode. Let's see, I'm putting up 8 tonight. That's what I'm. Actually, I just put up 8. I'm recording this now, so I think I'm gonna make them episode 9. So I'll tell them. I'm not bad at spelling. I'm not very good at spelling. Thank you, Auto, or not. Let's see, how do you spell tomorrow? Tomorrow. Let's see, there's 2 M's, right? On the day after this day. Perfect. That's perfect. I can't spell the word for that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, a pile ran out. Cities are now lost cities, and they're officially better than Lab in every way, shape, and form. But it's just too late. And foes won't be able to buy up enough provinces to exceed my... Wait a second. Maybe they are going to exceed my lead. I don't know. Come on, Smithy, I've workshopped 3 of you, didn't I? Yes, I did. Thank you, Smithy. That's 3 cards for me. No! There goes my... Oh, man. I was really hoping to get some better draw than that. Alright, I'll province purchase. Then on my 3 coin, silver would hurt me, workshop would hurt me, I'm going to buy nothing. But I really wish my deck wouldn't fizzle like that. There we go. Double Lab, Festival, double Smithy. I am totally going to get through the rest of my deck. I'll have another double province turn, which should exceed... Oh. So my double province turn should exceed Big Boy's gigantic victory points from all those gardens and such. So... 2 more provinces should seal the victory. Here goes nothing. I did not expect... I mean, I knew a pile was going to run out, but I didn't think it'd be so much of a benefit. If they split the gardens between them, all 3 of them, evenly, and I just take all the provinces, I'll probably be able to attain the victory. So that's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to be able to pull a double province turn, which feels great. Woohoo! Double province turn for the win. I'll take 2 provinces. That should guarantee me the victory. There's only 2 more gardens to go between all of them. They'll all want to crack at it. If Michgalps, but he won't buy them. He's just going to take a province. But if Big Boy takes 2, I don't think that's going to break my lead. And Fez won't be able to buy them. Is there any other piles I can run out? Province, but even if Fez buys a province, he won't exceed my victory point lead. So... Yep, I think I got the victory. Now, if there was one foe going for the gardens, admittedly, he probably would have won. But since they had to split the gardens between all 3 of them evenly, it changed the dynamic. So I think that's really cool how in a 4-player game the dynamic can change. I can't believe I didn't get any of my... Wow, that is terrible. That is really bad. I can't believe I didn't get any of my actions there. Alright, but now I'll be able to buy the last province. I've still got the lead, barely. I mean, I guess Fez could buy an estate, but if the game doesn't end by the time Fez buys that estate, buying an estate is not going to give him the victory. I mean, it's just going to give him a tie, and the game won't end because there's no other piles that are about to run out. Except maybe Lab, but if he can buy Lab, he's going to buy Dutchy for the lead. So, alright, let's see what he can get. Uh-oh. Oh, no! Oh, I still win. Unless he buys an estate, he's going to buy an estate. Oh, no, he tied it up because of my bad shuffle luck at the end! Why could... Oh, I still won. I took less turns. Yes! I won.